Hello and welcome everyone to this edition of vCluster Friday. I'm your host, Scott McAllister, Principal Developer Advocate here at Loft Labs, makers of vCluster. vCluster Friday is a show where we invite maintainers of open source projects from around the community to come on and talk about their project, and we'll see what's going on currently and how that open source project works with vCluster and how we can get it working with vCluster. Today, I'm thrilled to have Jintao Zhang. He's a maintainer on the Kubernetes Ingress NGINX project. Jintao, you want to introduce yourself and let the people know who you are?
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here. Thank you. So let me introduce myself. I'm Jintao, and for now, I'm working at Kong, and I'm the maintainer of the Kubernetes Ingress NGINX project. And also, I'm a CNCF Ambassador and Microsoft MVP. I joined the Ingress NGINX project since 6 years ago. So I did some features, make some release, and test and fix some bugs. Okay.
Yeah. And obviously it's a fairly large project, and I'm sure there's a lot going on, and that you do a lot with that project these days. 6 years is a long time.
Yeah.
You want to, in case folks don't know about the Kubernetes Ingress from NGINX, why don't you describe that a little bit and let us know what it is, what it does, how it works, and then we'll kind of talk about what's next, or what's coming from NGINX.
Okay, thank you. Let me introduce it first. So when we talk about the Ingress NGINX project, we should introduce the Ingress resource first. So we can show the screen. What is Ingress? Ingress is a resource. Ingress is just a resource. But if you create an Ingress resource in the Kubernetes cluster, nothing will happen. Because it's just a resource, but there is no controller to deal with it in Kubernetes. So we need some addition Ingress controller to handle these resource. So the Ingress controller just watch which Ingress resource be created in the Kubernetes cluster, and it can get the Ingress resource, then translate the Ingress resource configuration to the data plane. Whether the Ingress controller is used by Ingress NGINX or other provider, they do same things. Just watch the Ingress resource and translate to the data plane's configuration. So we can see this diagram. The client requests some URL, or the client send some request. The request to the Kubernetes cluster, some data plane can receive the resource and receive the request, and according to the configuration, to route this request to the backend service. And sometimes the request be routed to a service, and if some request to the service, we can route these requests to pod. Or sometimes if we received some request, we can directly route these requests to the pod directly instead of route to service. This is the basic conception of the Ingress controller. So let's look at how Ingress NGINX works.
Okay.
For Ingress NGINX project, we use NGINX as our data plane. So the Ingress NGINX project just watch Ingress resource and translator Ingress resource to some configuration and send this configuration to NGINX. So if we want to know how it works, we should talking about some part of them. For example, NGINX configuration. This is the basic configuration. And we should know the NGINX. The NGINX is the data plane. And please scroll down. Besides the NGINX configuration and NGINX, we have Ingress controller. Controller is right through Golang. It's a controller. Controller can watch resource and translator to configuration. Then send it to the Ingress. Then send it to the NGINX. And sometimes the NGINX just read some configuration. And the NGINX configuration is static. So sometimes after we change the Ingress resource, we find the NGINX be reloaded. Sometimes. In some situations, but sometimes if we just but we also implement some models to help us reduce the reload. For example, if we just scale the deployment, we will use our customer mode to help us change the upstream dynamically instead of reload the NGINX. Okay, I think that's the brief introduce of the Ingress NGINX project.
Awesome. Yeah, I wasn't aware of the reloading and how to avoid reloading. That's a good tip to show folks, especially I think a lot of people might just use Nginx where we just kind of slap it in as Ingress and give it a host name and call it good sort of thing. So it's good to understand what's going on behind the scenes so that we can understand like how we can make it run well. So with this, the current state of the Nginx Ingress controller, what's coming down the road? Is there any kind of new features coming or things to look for?
To be honest, we didn't add some new feature recently. But we have some update for about this project. In the Kubernetes ecosystem, we introduced the new standard named Gateway API.
Right.
But the Ingress NGINX project doesn't support the Gateway API. We think the Gateway API is the future, so we need some project to support the Gateway API. So about the maintainer team of the Ingress NGINX project, we decide to build a new project named Ingate. We will build a new project named Ingate and
Oh,
use this project to support both Ingress resource and Gateway API. So it can help users to migrate from the Ingress resource to Gateway API. Yeah. So about this, about the Ingress NGINX project, after we build the Ingate project and the project be general available, yeah, we will move the Ingress NGINX project to maintenance mode. Yeah, we will not add any new feature from maintainer team, but if someone from the community want to add some new feature, we will review the PR and accept the PR and make a new release to include these new features. Yeah, I think it's very important, and maybe I think you can help me open the Ingress NGINX project, the GitHub homepage. Yeah, you
here we
can
go.
click
Yep.
the issues. Yeah, we have yeah. About the Ingress NGINX project status update, you can see we have a pinned issue at the top. Yeah, you please help me click it. Yeah.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. So before we make the new Ingate project be general available, we will continue to maintain this project. Yeah. For example, we will fix some bugs and we will release new feature to help users to fix some CVE and some security issues. Yeah. I think it's very important, and another noted things I think is for now the Ingress NGINX project only have 3 maintainers. Yeah, so although we wanted to build a new project, but I think we will spend a lot of time. So I think users don't need to be aware of the project status, because we need a long time to make the new project be available. So we will still maintain this project. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you'll be maintaining it. Will take about 2 years. It looks like. So
Yeah.
at least that's what you're projecting, right? As we're all software developers, we know that timelines and predictions and forecasting is always kind of like, well, it depends on a lot of different factors, and so that timeline could change. I would guess.
Yes.
Yeah. So cool. So there'll be a different project to support the Gateway API, and that will be Ingate. That makes a lot of sense. That's really cool. That's really cool. So for the next phase of our show, what we do is we learned a little bit about Ingress NGINX, and now what I want to do is talk a little bit about vCluster and then how we can use Ingress NGINX with vCluster. And so for folks on the show, if you're new to vCluster, you're here to hear about Ingress, but also vCluster. vCluster is a tool that allows you to install a control plane inside of a pod so that you can run Kubernetes inside of Kubernetes, or a cluster inside of a cluster. In that sense, you can have multiple vClusters or virtual clusters running inside of a host cluster. Those clusters can be separated from one another and have their own resources, or they can actually share resources that are sitting in the host cluster, which we're going to show today, because the Ingress NGINX CRD is actually a really good example of how we can share a resource across vClusters. So what I want to do is, with Jintao's help, we're going to get that going, but then I'm also going to talk about how we could run possibly different versions maybe of Ingress NGINX or other types of resources inside of each of the vClusters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my cluster that I have. I have a cluster running on DigitalOcean, And I can, if I do a kubectl get all, right? We're going to have a few different resources. Oh yes. Okay. Making sure that everything's connected and working. So we have a few resources running here. And so inside of this, I do already have, so as no, I don't normally install a thing beforehand, but Nginx is so widely used. I use it all the time to provide ingress into my clusters. I already have the Helm chart installed. But Jintao, how does someone, you want to tell us, how would someone get started with getting Ingress Nginx into their cluster? Would you just recommend doing the Helm install and then just installing the Helm chart into their cluster?
Yeah, we recommend to use Helm to install the Ingress Nginx in the Kubernetes cluster. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I have that already. I have the Ingress Nginx Helm chart. It's deployed. I have version 4.13.0. Is that the most recent version?
Yes.
Okay, good. Glad I have that. And so I have that running in my host cluster. And so that's already there. What I'm going to do now is I want to create a vCluster, but I want to create a vCluster so that we can use it for our demo, but also share this same resource into that cluster. Because there's an interesting point that I found on the Ingress Nginx documentation. And one of the points, I can't remember what page it's on. Yeah, multi-tenant Kubernetes. It says to do not use multi-tenant Kubernetes production installations. So I'm going to try what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to see what Jintao thinks about that. If what we're doing would still actually work in production. So, because I know there's lots of different ways to do multi-tenant Kubernetes, whether you can use namespaces or other types of tools. vCluster is another tool that allows you to provide multi-tenancy inside of a cluster. So in our case here, I could say vCluster, it's always hard to type in front of other people, even if it's one other person. All right, so I have one vCluster running for another project. I have a Burger Places project, but today we're going to be doing something a little different. So we're going to do a vCluster Friday one. What I want to do first, before I run that, well, here, we'll do vCluster create, and we'll say Friday, and then we're going to namespace it Friday. But then I'm also going to pass in some values. And in this case, I'm going to pass in some values that are going to let us use our ingress from our host cluster. So if I send in these values here, this sync value from host, and I have a to host, it's using the ingresses. It's enabling the ingresses from that host cluster that's running on DigitalOcean. And it's going to take that same Helm chart and say, okay, you'll have access to that Helm chart. You can use that Helm chart, and then we can create resources based on that. And so in this case here, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say file. The name of my file is 2048 vCluster. And I'm going to let that run for a second. And it's going to create our cluster. It's going to create a namespace. And that'll take a moment. So Jintao, what this is doing is essentially it's creating its own pod, and then inside that pod, it has its own control plane. So it has its own API server, it has its own data store, it has its own scheduler, which we call a syncer, because it's syncing the resources that we just specified with the host cluster and that vCluster that's spinning up. And so it's super fascinating because once it gets in,
yeah, I think it's finished. Yeah.
Yeah, it's finished here. And so now when I say kubectl get all, I don't have all those resources because I don't have that perspective anymore. I'm in a different context. I'm inside of my cluster, my vCluster, where now I only have the resources that came in with, or resources that were created when I created that vCluster. So if I had that cluster, say if I was a development team or I was a developer at a company, and you wanted me to have my own cluster, but not have access to everything in the company clusters, you can say, here is a vCluster. This is what you have. You have full access to that cluster, but that cluster is running inside of that DigitalOcean cluster.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. And so now what we have is I have this, and then I'm going to set up Ingress inside of an application that I have running on my vCluster. So if I come here back to my code, And folks online, let me know if you need me to increase. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, I bet I need to increase that just one more. There. Okay. I'm going to come here. I have a super simple application with a service. That service has a deployment. We're going to have just a single replica. I'm going to have essentially an application that's running the game 2048. Super simple, single screen. And then for my ingress, let's do this where I'm going to say Friday. Yeah, we'll just call it Friday.vCluster or vCluster box. That's my demo host name there. Jintao, is there any other settings that I would want to do? I mean, I'm guessing this is the most basic way of getting Ingress set up into my application. Is this look pretty close to what someone would want to do at the start?
Yeah, I think it's enough because it's a basic configuration of the Ingress NGINX, and you can use this configuration to check if it can work. And after this, I think we can add more features to the Ingress resource. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so let's get this one working first, like you said, and then see if it works. So in this case here, I have, I'm going to run my kubectl apply on my Kate's there. It's going to set up my resources. So my namespace was created, my service, my deployment, my ingress was created. And so notice I didn't do any Helm install. If I do a Helm list all here, I don't have the Helm chart in my vCluster because it's grabbing that resource. We already told it to sync with the host cluster, with the cluster that, again, this is all still running on DigitalOcean, but it's just a cluster inside of a cluster. Yeah. And so if I come here, and I say kubectl get ing, and I just like to do the -a because it's easier. I already have my IP address. Oh, it set my vCluster. Did it set it wrong? It set 1, 2, 3, 4. I said December.
You save the?
Oh,
resource?
I didn't save it. Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? Okay, let's do this. Delete. 2048. Okay. Let's start over, friends. All right. Do that. Give it a second for things to come back around. We're going to do an apply. Make sure it's saved. We got everything good there. Now we'll run it. Good thing we caught it before I tested it in the browser. And then give that a second. It takes a second, right? For Ingress to get set into a cluster. Like even after I set it, I can say, get eng. And it's going to take a minute, right? Like it takes a second for Nginx to do its thing. What's it doing in this while it's processing?
Yeah. After you create an Ingress resource, and there will be nothing will be happened because as I said before, the Kubernetes cluster didn't have any controller to handle this resource, this ingress resource. So we need Ingress NGINX cluster, Ingress NGINX controller to help us to handle this resource. Yeah.
Got it. And so that's what it's doing. Oh, now we got it.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Okay. So got that. I come back here. I can come to my Friday vCluster box. Oh, not boxy, box.com. And so now I can get here. Anyone on the live stream, you can pull this up. It should be running. You should be able to access it. And that's fine. And you come here and play your nice little game. That's running inside of our Kubernetes cluster. But Jintao, you said you wanted to help me apply some filters to my ingress. So what are we going to do?
I think the first one, you can add some basic authentication for the ingress.
How would I do that?
You can follow the documentation.
Cool. So here, how about I split the screen?
We have a user guide.
Yeah. let me pull back here and then back there. Okay.
User guide.
Okay. User guide. Okay.
Yeah, the basic auth. You can just the basic authentication at the top of this
Does this
page.
one? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Basic usage. Basic annotation? No. Yes.
Basic usage. Yeah. Basic
Hostname routing.
usage.
So this is what we just did, right? Hostname routing. That's what we
Yeah.
have set up here.
Yeah. Basic authentication. Let me. We need to. Oh yeah. You should. You should click the examples. Yeah.
Examples. Okay.
Yeah. The examples. Please back to
here. Oh, it's all the way out, isn't it? It's here. Okay.
Yeah.
Off. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Basic authentication. All right. Cool. So now if I wanted to just give access to specific people or at least require a username and password with basic auth, I will come in here. And where do you recommend we start? We go with, should we create a secret or?
Yeah, we need. So we need
to do all this. Okay, so create an HT password.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, everyone watching this will see the password, but we trust everyone. All right, so let's do this, and I'll say HT password. I'm going to go straight off of the docs. So I'm going to say auth foo, right? So auth is the username.
Auth is the tab. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just enter the
Okay, and then I see. So it's creating auth for user foo.
Yes.
Okay, and then I put in we'll put bar. Okay, so I have a password.
Yeah.
In my system, and then I'm gonna convert that password into a secret into my cluster. CTL create secret generic basic auth from file. So it should know because I put it into HT password. It's gonna find it here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. I have my secret created. Now we're gonna look at our secret. Okay. We'll just say get secret basic auth. Look at the YAML. All right, so we have that. Looks good. Right? I mean, pretty much the same, except for we got a resource version in here. So that's just, probably just different version. Okay. All right. So using kubectl, create an ingress tied to basic auth. So I already have the ingress, right? So do we just
so you should copy some annotation to the ingress resource. Yeah.
Okay. So in the ingress resource, I would come in here and say, can I just put the annotation right here?
Yes.
Annotations. And then we'll just copy this one because that's a lot of typing. So we'll take that.
Yeah, you can just copy them.
Yeah, let's do that. And then I need all these. So I need the auth type, auth secret, and auth realm. All three of these should come.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the first one, auth type, we set it to basic. Because in Ingress NGINX we support many different tabs of the auth tab. So we should set the tab as basic, and the second one, about the auth secret, means we will try to use the basic auth we will try to get some secret from the basic from the resource named basic auth to get the password. Yeah, and the last one is is about the message display. Yeah.
Oh, this is okay. So this is the one that like gives the people the pop-up that comes up, right? The basic auth message. So
Yeah.
I could say, I could put something here like authored required and just be like Friday, just to like show people where this is going to come up again.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's all I needed to do.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's do that. And then let's come back here. And I'm going to do a kubectl apply. I configured the ingress here. So if I come back to my 2048, is it going to... Oh, temporarily unavailable.
No.
Whoops. Maybe it's not done.
So you can check the pod status.
Okay. Let's do that. Okay, pod's running. Let's try this again.
Oh, yeah.
Temporarily unavailable.
So will you refresh your page?
Yeah, I refresh the page. If I do...
it not work.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is it because that user? Let me see if that user was the problem. Nope. Okay. So something's not right. Get all a. Let's come back over here. Can't read this very well, so I'm going to pull this in a little bit. Let's see here. We got something going on.
So you can, so you got 503 means the request has sent to the Ingress NGINX the data plane. Yeah. So you can check some log from the Ingress NGINX report. Yeah.
Okay. So k.get pod all. So, but it's the Ingress NGINX pod. So
the Ingress NGINX in your host
in my host cluster. So I'll have to. So vCluster disconnect. Come back out to my host cluster. Okay.
Yeah.
Get pod all to my Ingress NGINX. This one here.
Yeah.
So we'll take that guy. We'll say kubectl logs, right? And then pod bank. And then Ingress NGINX.
Yeah.
Annotation parsing failed.
Oh yeah. Let me.
So we did it. Did we do it wrong? Oh no.
No object matter.
No object matching key.
Basic auth.
In local store.
Secret. Oh, so the so I want to know the secret. The secret is in your vCluster. So the so it can't fetch the secret from the the Ingress NGINX controller
Right, right.
find the secret. Yeah.
Okay.
So you should create the secret in your host cluster. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We could do that. We could either do that, or we could actually install Nginx into our vCluster, which is also possible.
Yeah.
So either one. So let's. I think I'll just do that. vCluster.
Yeah, I think you should install the Ingress NGINX in your vCluster. Yeah.
Yeah. So vCluster connect Friday. Okay. So we'll get that one. It'll take a second to come around. And so it'll be good. Now we get to go through the install process of installing Ingress NGINX as a Helm chart, which is not hard. I like I said, I think most people, that's one of the first things you learn how to do when you get into Kubernetes.
Yeah. You can just use one command line to install.
Yeah. So just here, we come back out here.
Okay. Yeah, welcome. Deploy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deployment.
Oh, deployment. There we go.
To
Bonk. Deployment installation guide.
Yeah.
Super quick start. Come down here. If you have Helm,
yeah, you can just use one command line.
That's exactly it. That's all we do. Just copy that. I am in my vCluster, making sure we got that. You can also test it by checking your context. So if I did a kubectx to look at my context, I'm in my vCluster context. That way you can also know that that's where you're at. So I'm here. I can also look at that and say, okay, those are my Helm charts. So let's install Ingress NGINX into here.
I have a question. Do you need to uninstall the Ingress NGINX from your host cluster?
You shouldn't. But maybe because I set up the vCluster syncing resources, that's a good point. That might be an issue there. So we'll have that. Okay, so it can't do it because Nginx Ingress class. Yeah, because I'm already syncing it from the vCluster when I created the vCluster. Okay, so that is true. So let's back out of here. Disconnect. Let's try your other idea. Your other idea was to create the secret in this host cluster. Let's try that. If nothing else, we can scorch earth and just blow up the vCluster and start over. And so you were saying if the secret. So if I just go back to my secret.
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so kubectl. I forgot the syntax. Do you remember do you have the syntax memorized?
Yeah, you can just try to get the secret.
Get secret.
Get a secret. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's no secret here yet. So we want to create the basic auth secret. You said examples, authentication, basic auth. There we go. Create secret, generic. There we go. So kubectl, create secret, generic, basic auth from file auth. Okay. So that was created.
Yeah.
So that should have the secret running in the host cluster, right? And that way it should be able to see it. So if we come back here, no.
It's not cool.
That's still not working. Okay, so if I come back here to the logs.
So your ingress resource is in your vCluster. So I think it in different namespace.
It is because it's in a different context. So yes, it is in a different namespace.
Yeah.
That is true.
So maybe you should create the secret in a different namespace.
Right. Okay. Let me see. Or, oh, look. Okay. So I had somebody on my team, thanks, Mike, send me a message of I could sync the secrets with when I do my vCluster. So the same way I synced the Ingress, we can also sync the secrets. But I think that means I need to update. Well, actually, no, I can update it actually. So if I come here, let's do Helm list. Oh, I'm in the right spot. Okay. So if I come in here, I can say, do I have that? Helm upgrade. I don't have that. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to try, rather than I could upgrade the Helm chart for my vCluster. I'm actually going to install, I'm just going to create a second vCluster and then just run that again. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it vCluster create Friday 2. And we'll put it in Friday 2. But I'm going to use in here. So I'm going to sync from host to host. The ingress class is enabled true, but I'm also going to sync only utilize secrets. I'll sync all secrets from virtual to host cluster. I think I want all. Yeah, we're going to do that. So we're going to say secrets, and we're going to say to host. Okay. So secrets enabled all true. That way we sync all of the secrets that we created in our vCluster to that host cluster. But again, is that going to that might get messed up because of the namespaces. So we'll see how this works. All right. Yeah. So come here. vCluster 2 or Friday 2. That 2 vCluster. Bam. That's the fun of this show, Jintao, and those who are watching. We love like working through things, and if we hit a spot where we're like, wait, that doesn't work, we love trying to debug it because we're all software engineers. We like to see how things work and how we can get things to maybe adjust our approach to get it to work and get things going. So
yeah, I think users like to watch how to debug.
If for nothing else, they like to see other people suffer just like they suffer. So it's like we all do this. As I tell people when I talk to people about wanting to get into software, I'm like, do you like fixing things and then debugging things over and over and over and over? Because that is what software engineering is. It's debugging. It's learning how something works and then how to fix it. That's really what you spend most of your time doing.
Yes.
So okay. So here we are. We're now in our vCluster list. We're in our vCluster or Friday 2, right? Okay, we're connected to Friday 2. We should be syncing our ingress classes and our secrets back to the host, but we need to create that secret again because we're in a new vCluster. And so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to look at our basic auth here. We already created on our system. So that's HTTP password is already on my system. So I just need to do this part again. And to save people time, I will just copy paste. Okay. So I'm going to sync that back to the host. So that should be syncing back to the host now. And so now when I take this, we have our file here. We'll change the host name so that we know this is different. To keep things all normal, we'll call it Friday 2, just like everything else we've been calling it.
Yes.
In the namespace, And then we'll do kubectl apply -f 2048 Kates. We'll let that go. Okay, that was happy enough to not error out there. And then we will see.
We can check the status of the ingress resource.
Yeah, so kubectl get ingress. Add. Okay, not quite ready. It's in the game namespace. That's right. Yeah. So if I do here, game, I can see that, right? And then we'll just sit there and watch it. What?
Get an ingress.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say get an ingress. Good call. Thank you. Oh, there it goes. That's okay. So it has an IP. So now if I come back out here and I say Friday-2, it still didn't work. Oh, bummer. Okay. So now we come here and we say, it's not in here. So we have to say vCluster disconnect. And now if I say,
yeah, we can check the log.
TTL. Actually, that pod never changed. So TTL logs. Yeah, that pod never changed. Okay. Let's see.
No object named the error log. You can check unaccept error reading secret from Friday to basic auth.
It did.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing it.
You can scroll up
right there. Yep. Okay, so it still can't see it. No object matching Friday-2 basic auth.
Yeah.
Okay. In local store. Interesting. Okay, so now for folks to give you all a happy ending, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it a third time, but this time we're not gonna sync resources. And so I'm gonna say vCluster.
So I think of maybe you can just kube control get secret from the Friday-2 namespace. You can check is there any secret.
Let's see. So here are my namespace, my secrets. My basic auth is in default, but then I have basic auth x default x Friday-2, which may, because this is from our Friday-2 namespace.
Friday.
All of these. And so these are inside of our vCluster.
Yeah.
And so
you can you get the secret using YAML format, output format?
So if I said get secret, this one.
Yes.
And then I say get secret blah, namespace Friday-2, YAML. Right. And so this has a lot of the vCluster annotations in it.
Yeah,
because it's probably syncing.
Yeah.
So is that because it's the name? So it's the name's different. So let's see. Host Friday.
Can you check the ingress resource in the Friday-2 namespace using YAML format?
Ingress resource?
Yeah, ingress resource. Friday-2, yeah.
Yeah, Friday-2. Friday-2's got a IP address. Well, they've all have the same.
Yeah, I want you can show the YAML. Yeah, using
like that.
Yeah.
All right.
we can check this one is Friday. You can scroll
That one says Friday, but should it say Friday? Am I looking at the right one?
Yeah, you should check
I did.
Friday too.
Sorry.
Friday too.
Yep, let's do that one. So let's get Ingress. Let me get the names again. Oh, come on. There we go. But then I should do this where I say Friday 2. Or no. Ingress 2048 X game X Friday 2 namespace Friday
2. Yeah.
Friday 2.
Your Friday, no spell.
Did I miss it?
Yes,
oh, come on.
Yeah, you know someone.
Right? Who hasn't done that?
Yeah. You know someone
okay.
asked how many are in your strawberry?
Yeah, right. Okay, so
we can check. There set the basic and the secret is the basic auth Friday 2 and
you see it there? I'm not seeing it. Oh
yeah, you can scroll up. You can check the annotation.
Oh
yeah,
you're right. There you go. And up here, yep, those are all 3 of my annotations that I made. Bonk. Right there.
Yes.
And then right there, obviously. So the same type of ones. So they're part of it. But getting to
so Ingress NGINX just read the annotation, include the ngx.ingress.kubernetes.io. Yeah. So it will check is there any ingress resource, is there any secret and any secret and the ingress resource in the same namespace.
Yeah. If I come back here, the auth secret, name of the secret, so we call it basic auth here. If I give it, if I come back here and I say, because I'm in my host cluster, and I say kubectl get secret, and I believe it was in the Friday 2, right? So namespace Friday 2. And if I say that, and I, rather than call it basic auth, I call it this stuff.
Yeah. It adds some.
Yeah, I bet if I do that, which isn't amazing, and then I do this again. So kubectl. Wait, hold on. I have to go back into my vCluster. Yeah, I have to go back into my vCluster. So vCluster list. I always have to remind myself like the names of stuff. vCluster connect. We'll call it Friday 2 because that's where we are. And then, okay, and then we're gonna do a kubectl apply. 48 Kates.
Did you save the configuration?
Yeah, it configured. Yeah. Good call though, because I mean I didn't do it earlier, so, so that's okay. So that should be there. And so now I'll give that like a second while I pray for a minute, and then still didn't go. Okay. Well, I don't know. Because now I bet if we come back, vCluster disconnect.
So for now we have how many I want to point I want to give you a point because you always because you have set many ingress controller in your cluster.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes maybe your traffic will be routed to the ingress controller. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think maybe you can try to delete some unused ingress controller
True.
and check if it can works. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's delete Friday. So it's doing that one.
I found this cluster has the same address, so it's so the IP is from your host.
Right. So the IP is the host cluster, and it should, like the initial, right? The initial should hit that IP, and then it should route to the various services. So it should be able to still work. I think it was right because of the Friday.vcluster.com. That was working before I added the annotations. And so if I do that now, I took that one out. So you're thinking maybe because there was so many ingresses, there were 3 different ingresses happening that it was basically getting confused. It was saying, well, I don't know where to route the traffic anymore.
Because I want to say because your ingress resource always use the same ingress class, so the ingress controller will watch the ingress resource and translate it to the NGINX automatically. So maybe you have 2 NGINX can handle your traffic. One is normal, one is error. Yeah, but you always venture to the error instance. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try just not syncing resources. So I'm gonna make it so that this vCluster is having its own resources. We're gonna have to install its own Helm chart. And so in this case, I'll say that I'm going to create a 2048 into its 2048 Friday 2048 namespace. And for the sake of the show, for the sake of folks watching and to show hopefully a happy ending here. But obviously I'm going to be taking what we've tried today and see if I can get it to work where we were messing up before. Because I think this is a good thing to look at.
Okay, I think maybe this is not a good example. I
think it's great. Honestly, I still think it's great. I still think it's great to try to figure out things and to to debug things, to poke holes in things, and to try to find where the cool things are, and then where the kind of the hard things are, and then kind of show that okay, this is what we do to get around those hard things. And so now I'm in my vCluster, my new one. We're going to do, so we have a helm, so we can say kubectl get all, and it should just show core DNS and a couple other things.
Another thing I want to issue, did you delete the Ingress NGINX in your host cluster?
No, I did not. So I did not delete it in my host cluster because when we're installing the Helm chart into this cluster, it should be separated from the host cluster.
But you are in the same IP. You are in same IP, and I'm concerned the traffic will be routed to the because it's because the Ingress NGINX can just watch all your ingress resource.
Right. Right.
So it can translate to So I think maybe you delete your old ingress controller. It will be safe to
Okay. how about I'm going to try it this way. And if this doesn't work, we know we need to delete the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, sorry. Helm install. We're going to install this one. In fact, does it need to have the Ingress NGINX namespace?
No,
No,
I think
that doesn't necessarily, does it?
yeah.
But
You can yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
That's okay. Okay. So it's going to install here in just a moment. Unless did I need to add the repo?
Yeah. Install.
I think I did.
Oh.
Well, no. If it's taking this long, it found the repo.
Oh, yeah.
Should have found the repo.
So for our documentation, we use a tricky. We just using Helm upgrade and set repo address, so it can users doesn't need to add Helm repo locally. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. And then I'm going to come back over here. And we're going to call this Friday 2048 because that's awesome because we feel lucky right now. And so now we have the Helm chart installed. It should be running on our own vCluster here, just like that. And so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say kubectl apply. Oh, whoops. F. Kates. It created our things. We're going to chat amiably while it creates the things. Here, let's do this. kubectl get pods. Okay, so our ingress is there. Copy here. Okay, kubectl get ingress -a get ingress. Oh, ingress 2048 -n game, and we'll take away the -a and we'll do -w. Let that sit for a minute while it tries to find, but like you said, it could get confused because of the IP addresses. But I don't think I believe I've had this work other times. And so that's why okay. Now we have an IP address. All right. So that looks good. The drum is rolling. We're all hoping 2048. Not found.
Yeah, it works.
So it works. So that one not found. 2048. Huh. Well then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's not even.
We didn't got any. We didn't get any 500.
We did not get a 503. We got a different error this time. I think. I mean, if I took out the annotations, that's still not gonna.
Yeah, we can remove these configure annotations and check if it can works. Yeah.
Yeah. 2048 Kates. Okay, so we configure that. That's running there. Okay. Fascinating.
So I think it's should we try to delete the old Ingress Controller in
So
your
okay,
host.
so and my host cluster. Okay, so maybe we should try that. Oh, I'm sorry, my brain just went weird. Cube CTL get pods.
Yeah, I think you can Helm on install.
Helm on install. Okay.
Yeah.
Ingress NGINX. Is that all I need? Or slash Ingress?
Maybe I don't know which namespace you are using.
It's always why I do the list first, and then I so to remind myself all that stuff. And then okay, so here uninstall
NGINX
Ingress. Wait, and then namespace Ingress NGINX. Not confusing. Okay, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can. So I think you can try to refresh the page.
Go back here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating. It's now churning on something. Let's see. Oh, vCluster. 2048. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So something's wrong with my response.
Yeah, I think maybe.
I think we learned a lot today.
Yeah. But you can try to get the Ingress resource and see is there any IP in the
get Ingress. There's an IP.
Yeah,
so there is that.
Yeah.
And Cloudflare thinks it's taking too long. That's my registrar. And so it would be.
Do you have any addition set up about the cluster?
For the cluster? I don't think so. I mean, I have other things running on the cluster. Like if I say, what's my other one? Burger places. Oh, that one's not working either. Okay, maybe my cluster's having issues. All right. Well,
so
that's there. But I'm using these logs here. So okay, get pods. Okay. And this one here.
So are you using Cloudflare's tool for proxy?
I'm not using. I'm using whatever is available, whatever is by default. I haven't set up any different proxies.
Oh yeah.
There's no need to specify resource type. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. What?
You don't need to
get. Right. Logs. Let's see. Backend successfully reloaded. Error obtaining certificate. but that's from before. We took out the annotation. Yeah, that was a different time.
In basicals. You have you have comment the annotations, right?
Yeah, I commented, and I totally ran those.
Yeah, so we don't use we don't need these configurations. So I think maybe you can try to delete the ingress resource first and
Yeah,
try to apply it.
I mean, honestly, even just like deleting everything, like, right? Let's just scorch the earth. Okay, let's blow the whole sucker up. All right, so now that's good. And then we're gonna apply. Although we should probably check the status on stuff real quick. All right, so kubectl get pods. How's everything doing? Okay, everything looks fine. Apply. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. $2048 namespace game. Okay, we have our IP address, so we should, in theory.
Yeah, I think.
48 dot vclusterbox.com. And it's still not happy.
Yeah, but I think in normal your domain should your domain name should have any response from Cloudflare. So I think maybe when you visit this domain name,
yeah,
it try to connect to some component from Cloudflare. Yeah. So
right, like another component.
The traffic didn't route to the Ingress NGINX pod.
Right. And everything on this domain that I have right now is running off of this cluster. So that burger one, we deleted the Helm chart on the host cluster. So that burger site, which was running off this domain, is not going to work because the Ingress controller is gone. And so I put the Ingress controller on this one, and it is not working. And so at least something's not working. Something with
so I want to know, is there any please check, is there any service get service? Yeah, I want to know load balance. Yeah, yes, it have Ingress, it have a load balance in here. So you can just try to connect to this IP to check if we can connect. Yeah, so
that works.
Yeah, okay, and you can add the domain name to the header. Yeah.
To the header of this one?
Yeah.
Uppercase?
Yeah.
Uppercase?
Uppercase, yeah.
Like that? Or yeah.
Just dash and up H, and then use a double quote.
A double quote like this?
Yes,
Okay.
host. Yeah, and write your domain name.
Inside the quotes or outside the quotes?
In the set quotes.
Like that.
Yes.
Okay. So our domain name was Friday 2048 vclusterbox.com.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it works.
Okay. Oh, interesting. That totally works. Like that's it.
Yes.
Interesting. So why do you think it's working in curl but not in the browser? The browser's cached or something, or?
So I think it's because when in your local to connect to your cluster, I don't know the full traffic route to the
that
cluster.
cluster.
But in your terminal, you are in the same cluster. Yeah, it can works like to traffic the router to local host.
Yeah.
Then it
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think so maybe you can just uncomment the annotation about the basic auth and try to request it again, and we can have a happy ending.
We want a happy ending. We wanted it for like the last half hour. But I will have to say, time might be against us. So I totally appreciate. I know it's like very early in the morning to you, where you're at. So I want to respect your time. So we'll try this one thing, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll have to have you on again and talk through this. So okay. So let's do. I took out the annotations. So
Yeah.
we're good there. I'm in my cluster, so I'm going to do a queue. Wait, did I? Is everything there? Yeah, so I already deployed things, so we'll just do it again. That's fine. Wait, unchanged. Oh, that's because it was already commented out.
Yeah, I mean you can you can uncomment the annotations.
Uncommented out. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
There we go.
We can check easily. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's make sure that
secret.
Yeah, is the secret name right? Okay. So my secret should be basic auth.
Yeah.
Right. So I should take this and name that. Okay. We're going to leave that. Okay. kubectl apply. All right. That's configured. We'll give that a second to deploy itself.
And then you can just use the curl to.
Should we use curl? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll use curl and then view this, and it should make me go.
Oh, no.
Bummer. Oh, well. Such is life. Well, Jintao, I appreciate you coming onto the show. This was very educational. Yeah. This was fun. Honestly, folks, I hope you had as good enough time as I did. I might have looked like I wasn't getting things done and I wasn't accomplishing my goal, but still I was learning. And that's what I love about software. That's what I love about talking with folks in software is learning and trying to understand how things work. And so we're going to keep working on this type of stuff and maybe coming up with a better solution later. But Jintao, I definitely appreciate.
I think maybe you will write a blog post about how to deal with the secret in the vCluster.
I think so. I think this is the open source version of vCluster. I do believe the platform version, the enterprise version, allows to sync additional resources a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
But
I think maybe because in my opinion, the vCluster add some prefix to the resource because it's just a virtual cluster, not a real cluster. Yeah, so it needs some approach to deal with this resource. It let user think they are in a new cluster, but in the host cluster, this resource should be under under some namespace or under some prefix the namespace. Yeah, so I think maybe some software or some application may have different logic to handle these resources.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jintao, again, thank you so much for being on the show. Where can folks find you? And is there anything else you want to pitch or let people know about before we close today?
Oh yeah. If you want to find myself, you can just on Twitter or on GitHub. Yeah. Should I share my screen or should or can you help me?
Actually, I can help you. There we go. Twitter. Yeah. I believe you and I are connected. Here we go. I'll bring up your. Yeah, here we go. So Jintao is Zhang Jintao 9020. And we'll put that in on the screen there. Let me create a banner. There we go. Add the banner. Oh, that's not on the screen. Let's say show. So there we go. We do that and then add that to stage. And so, yep, you can find Jintao on Twitter or on X, right? I believe that's what it's called now. So
yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. Thank you everyone for being with us, for watching with us. Yeah, we hope to see you next time and on our next vCluster Friday. I'm not sure what our next project is, so we'll have to stay tuned and see what we have in store. But yeah, Jintao, thanks again for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.